Wow, we're plugged in. We're currently plugged in, everyone. How are we doing? It's another day in paradise. Is everyone still healthy and safe out there?
Welcome to the neural network of pain and not safe things.
Don't look at it.
You just give her a little bit.
Yeah.
That god-awful spot in the back.
Yeah, what's up, everyone? We're trying to be better because we know that you are a demanding audience and you deserve the best. Simply the best. And
it's good for us to grow, too.
Yeah. How's the week been, Abby? What anything exciting going on with you?
Yeah, I started going to the chiropractor finally after years and years of dealing with my fucking stupid back and neck. So that's been nice. I got 2 adjustments so far. I have another one tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have like a 5-month plan essentially going forward.
Oh, a 5-month plan?
Mm-hmm.
What does that entail?
So you have to come in 3 times a week, then 2 times a week, and then it's one time at the end of the month.
Okay.
That month. So it'll start out every, 3 times every week, and then it'll go down for 5 months.
Damn.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. And the first couple adjustments have already been great. Yeah, I guess I was telling you this off camera earlier, but yeah, I found out part of my leg is a little numb, my left leg, which is frightening. And then they did x-rays on my back, and I have 4 pinched nerves in my lower back. So dealing with that, getting that worked out through the chiropractor a little bit.
Dude, yeah, nerve pain is nothing to ignore. The second you start going numb in like parts of your body,
and nerves don't like recover once they die. Like if they're pinched too long and they just die, like you don't like revitalize a nerve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Take care of your body health, y'all.
Yeah.
Inside and out.
Yeah, I think a problem that I really struggle with is I'm probably way overdoing my caloric intake. Not that I'm eating bullshit all the time.
Well, you're auditioning for that pool, right? That above ground swimming pool role.
Yes. And it's going great. It's going great, everyone.
I am full of acid.
Full of acid.
It sounds like a good song name.
That sounds like a weird black metal band from like the 90s that literally never took off, but it's your uncle's band, so you have the CD.
Full of acid. And then they go, so funny.
All right, everyone, we're going to kick this off. Austin recently brought up that Crystal Lake had re-recorded.
Yeah, which is really cool. Like people usually do remasters.
I guess it's remastered.
Like sometimes I'm like, but when it's a full-on re-recording, I'm like, I'm interested. There's so many albums I wish I could hear with updated like vocals on stuff. So this was very cool to hear because I actually hadn't even heard a lot of these original tracks.
Yeah.
In the first place. So hearing them re-recorded, it was like a brand new album for me.
Yeah, this is kind of under the radar, it looks like, actually. Only not even 10,000 views on this, and it came out in August.
It came out early last month, but I didn't see any promo for it or anything.
Yeah, Crystal Lake has always had an interesting run, right, with their management and label. Remember when Artery Records...
Yeah, they were on Artery.
Yeah, remember when Artery Records, did not put their shit out in the... on Spotify?
Oh my God, dude. You know what?
What was that?
Dude, you know what I just remembered?
What are you guys? What is Artery?
I just remembered I got I got like lip from Artery because I just remembered that. I can't believe I forgot about this. I commented.
Dude, I talk shit. I remember.
I commented on a Crystal Lake music video a long time ago when they were on Artery, and I said, "Man, I really wish that an actual good label would pick this band up so that they could start touring the U.S."
Yeah.
And they just commented and said, "Lol, good one, kid." And then guess what? They didn't tour the U.S. until they got on a different label.
Yeah.
So fucking slam dunked.
See, the interesting thing about that... Here, I'm going to play the song. So this is the song, The Passage, re-recorded by Crystal Lake. Here we go. The interesting thing about all of that, I think, is Crystal Lake is doing great in Japan, right? They're doing their fucking thing. They're taking off. They're focusing on their Japanese audience, probably. Mm-hmm. They're placing their trust in their management in America to represent them the best way possible.
Right. Not treat them like some throwaway.
They probably think they're doing the best they can. But this is just probably one of those culture things where they just have no idea how the American music scene is run. So they just have to trust this label that they've given a portion of their proceeds to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A great example of I think just being taken advantage of as an artist.
That's totally
it still exists today, probably more so than ever. I would say, labels are dying. They will survive if they can.
Yeah, honestly, good though, man. Because the whole point of like a label in the first place was just to help get your music out to people, and put your CDs in stores. And both of those things are obsolete now when you have the internet and people don't buy CDs because streaming exists.
It's so
like the need for the label is more so an illusion at this point, because it's like, well, that's what bigger bands used to do, and so we all do that. And then you hear horror stories of bands being on labels and then basically just being worked into giving money to the label because that's what they do. It's like the studios, dude. That was a big thing on YouTube. Is a bunch of studios went under, and their whole intention was to basically screw a bunch of YouTubers over into getting a huge percentage of their monthly income under the guise of being a helpful studio, and then they would bankrupt and not give any of the money that they were owed or promised to the creators. And so they would just rack up a bunch of the stolen money, and then that would sound good to investors, and then they would fucking like bankrupt and just dip and just screw everybody over.
Yeah,
and I feel like labels kind of do that on a smaller scale, where they just so many bands they break up because they put all their money into like an album, and they're like, okay, we dropped all of our earnings on this album and our music videos, and the label gets all the percentages, and the band gets walks away with $60 off of a $20,000 album, and then they have to break up because they just spent $20,000 as a group and made no money back.
I think that's a great...
the label owns them.
I think that's a great example of just how greed in general, when it's just pushed too hard by the oppressor, how it quite literally kills entire industries, right?
Right, yeah. They're literally bleeding dry their supply. Like
classic case of one of the 7 deadly sins, y'all.
Yeah, there's too much demand, and so they're just like strangling the supply, hoping that more fucking drains out.
Yeah. Yo, there was something I wanted to touch on actually real quick. Just talking about
my thighs.
You're talking about the current state of just what it is to be a musician. I think for me personally, with COVID just striking the way it did the music community, I think it's interesting because you're seeing all these people, especially on the local spectrum, more so now than ever. And they are struggling to admit that they aren't these fucking rock stars that they actually were for the longest fucking times.
Oh yeah, we were kind of talking about that, how like with the new wave of like every vocalist ever becoming a Twitch streamer now. There's this weird like realization where you're like, man, these dudes never had the chance to like socially grow, so they're just kind of awkward dudes that are just like, I'm trying to socialize now because this is what I have to do to survive in this trying time.
Well, this is a great time for people to well, I think it's more so people are freaking out because they aren't where they thought they were going to be. Like they aren't playing these arenas, and even if they could, they couldn't because everything shut down. But in that vein, I think everyone's just like, okay, what is my next move? A great example, calling out Bless the Fall, I guess, Eric Lambert. He now sells like real estate. In power to him, make that money, king. All I'm saying is like, is everyone just kind of like having an exodus with music because it's just not making the money that makes them happy as an artist before?
I don't even know about happy. You're probably just not even able to sustain like their bills right now.
Just
life,
like,
all those dudes are.
Yeah.
They got bills and families at this point, and that there's a big proven thing that most money bands make comes from touring. The merch sales that they get each night, like that's a huge portion of where people get their money from.
Yeah.
And that's completely stopped right now. So these dudes, lost 60% of their fucking income, maybe even more, and are now at home trying to split 40% of money between a whole band of people. Like, no wonder people have to get second jobs or, start doing entertainment stuff to do it on the side and hoping that works off.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the reason I bring this whole conversation up is like, if you as an artist want to keep doing this, absolutely you have to. But I think with that, you need to understand that your circumstances as a person, whether it be great, you're rich as fuck, daddy pays all the bills, great. Do your thing, do whatever it takes. But if you're piss poor, like most people out there, you just need to start accepting the reality of the situation as it is. Maybe I shouldn't have such an expensive car. Maybe I should not be buying takeout every single night.
Or like balance, basically.
Yeah,
if you're gonna take the leap to pursue a job where you're your own boss, in that sense, you have to.
But I also
be responsible about that.
Yeah, I also think maybe just swallow your pride, because a big portion of it is, oh, I'm not this big rock star that some people might think I am, and I need to maybe come to terms with the fact that I should stop fronting like I am, and I should just be genuinely who I am, because that's what I'm priding myself as an artist to be, someone that creates something.
Let me throw some at you. If your entire job is being a front man, what is fronting?
That's a tough. Yeah, you've just really threw a wrench in my system. System? Is that the saying?
Yeah, that's fair.
A wrench in the engine, I guess, maybe.
The cog or whatever.
The
a
cog.
monkey wrench inside of my actual brain.
I don't know. I just think. No. You have a great point. You absolutely have a great point. I think I just kind of more so play on the side of like, especially with just the way everything is, like, what happens when you get confronted and you aren't this fucking, like, say you're the strong, tough guy vocalist, but in reality, you just secretly, well, not secret, well, I guess it'd be secret in this scenario. You just are a softie, you've got a lot of emotions, but I don't know, is that a alter ego, or is that a separate persona?
It's more of a persona, like it's, which I think makes sense too, because like people like Spite, like the vocalist of that band, like everyone I've met has nothing but resoundingly positive things to say about meeting their vocalist. Like he's just such a positively nice guy, but their music is super over the top angry, and on stage he's like, fucking kill people. But in person he's just like, yo, thank you so much, man. Because that's like, that's where he gets all of his anger from the day and from life out, is through his music. So he doesn't translate to him being a bad person. So you can't really look at their live set and be like, I know who this guy is, because I mean, you don't. He's a big softie that is just using his aggression through, overt metaphors in metal. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good conversation that I really like, because it's everything that is a musician, everything that goes into what you as an artist want to portray yourself as, how serious, how not serious, and
what to do when the bean kick in.
I guess that's just the thing about art. You can just do whatever, and just as long as so many people choose to follow, it might just someday fund you, I think that's the beauty of art, is just you're doing anything that feels right.
If Ice JJ Fish can make a career, anybody can.
Yeah. And on that note, y'all, we're going to go to the next song. We're listening to Motionless in White. I know, another Motionless in White song.
We're trying, guys. We're trying to be fair and listen to everything.
We're listening to the song Somebody Told Me. You had a boyfriend. Looks like a girlfriend.
I can totally see Chris singing that.
Yeah, I hear that song everywhere I go.
And you had a boyfriend.
At my last job, it's just anytime we would play like radio friendly rock, we used a Pandora station, Business Pandora, and it is. It actually is. It is the song.
It's the cover, Justin. It's actually the cover.
Damn, this is unexpected. We thought this was actually just a Motionless in White song, but I guess maybe they're going through it too. Maybe they're just like, damn, what do we do as artists?
Okay, well, let's be real. Chris Motionless has slowly been trying to become the Killers Part 2 for a while now.
No, homie was trying to be the next Marilyn Manson, and he kind of did for a second.
He bailed off that idea a while ago. I in my personal opinion.
Well,
the
there was an
lyrical
album.
content had a point where it could have went either way, and he backed off and he stepped away from like the goth lyrics, even though their look was still there. But the lyrics became more, the look was still there, but the lyrics became more like almost like mainstream, like poppy, kind of like, you'll find your way.
You'll find your way. Oh man.
Return the slab.
Man.
Wait, what?
This is good. This is cool.
This makes sense.
What does this
sound like? What's that old band? You turn me right round, baby, right round when you go around. That's
Like
what this sounds like.
What is that song?
I don't know.
That's not Bloodhound Gang, is it?
No, absolutely not.
What a memory. What a fever dream.
A fever dream while Bloodhound Gang plays.
Yeah. Yo, this brings up another conversation that I wanted to talk on. How do you think How do you think the punk goes pop shit that was just everything back in the Warped Tour days? How do you think that influenced current music, like current metalcore bands? Because I was thinking about how that shit was happening, and then YouTube bands like I Prevail started doing their, like, a great example, that Blank Space cover, and they took off and facilitated a career off of that.
Right.
How do you think the punk goes pop has just influenced new artists in general? Do you think
I think just cover culture in general. I don't even think that's a thing, but I'm gonna call it that. Yeah, like since the idea of getting, like, because initially when you cover something, it was out of like respect, or like, I want to reimagine this for my like, oh, this would be so cool to do an homage to because I love this song, and then it sort of became a thing of like, oh, how fast can I make a metal cover of this song?
Mm-hmm.
And that, I think, came from, like, the years of Punk Goes Pop. It started to become, like, a yearly thing, and there was, like, 8 different things. Like, they ran themselves into the ground. Like, there's the sole reason that they are not a thing currently. Because that could have been a long-standing thing, but I think they pushed it out too fast, and it made the bands make really insincere versions of the songs.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when there was one Punk Goes Pop where Volumes did, like, a Drake song. Yeah. And it was just like, what even is this? Why am I listening? This sucks. Like, this is just so boring. You didn't add anything new, and then they just, like, force in a Volumes breakdown at the end. And I'm like, this isn't why Punk Goes Pop was cool initially. Mm-hmm. It was like, oh, I want to hear a mainstream song redone by my favorite artist passionately. Like, fucking Asking Alexandria doing Akon, like, iconic. Yeah. Like, what a cool moment. Or like the Aerosmith album, that was a cool, that was like a passion project, you know.
I think that was the Aerosmith, was it an album?
Yeah, it was an entire Aerosmith tribute album.
Because I remember Bless the Fall did that cover of Dream On.
Yeah,
that was the Punk Goes Classics, right?
Or maybe that's the album.
I think that's what you're thinking.
I think I mixed Guitar Hero because they have a whole Aerosmith thing. But it was the classical.
Pierce the Veil did Don't Fear the Reaper. That nasty cool. Like
who did
up to speed? Just
I think we listened to that album recently. I think that's why.
That's why I'm thinking of it. We were like, "Yo, what the fuck? We forgot."
Yeah, there were some good ones on there too.
That was like surprised. 6 months ago.
I was pleasantly surprised.
It's a good memory right there. This homie's been taking those lion's mane mushroom supplements. Yo, this is some pretty good wine. You want to try it? I haven't sipped from the bottle. It's actually pretty good.
You like that?
Dude, the other day I was kind of stoned and I went outside like almost butt naked just to have my morning coffee, and I was just like trying to start the day off right. Mm-hmm. And fucking all these goddamn geese just start squonking my way. I'm like, what is that sound? Yeah, dude, they were squonking so loud, but it started like, it was just like a faint, just, and then it just got insanely loud, like there's a helicopter above me, and I was like, dude, this is not a good omen. This is not a good omen at all. I don't like this. Why are these geese like screaming at me right now?
Oh my god. Yeah, squonk. Yeah, can that be the new like pit call out?
Pit call out. Squonk. All right, Abby, we're going to hop into Cold Open.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is.
The song is...
This is really funny. Third song on the list is Cold Open, so it is not a Cold Open.
The song is Gone for Good. Let's give her a spin.
So yeah, for all you fucking dorks out there, Cold Open is a term in movies.
Movies. So far, a real soft approach. These are men with feelings. Feelings, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh. Is that a pre-conviction Tyler Carter?
Oh man, yeah, I've seen the same person somewhere before. Like, he either went to my high school and he has a lot more tattoos now,
No, this is just the dude. You know actually who he really looks like? Like fuck my joke from earlier.
Okay.
He literally looks like a fusion hot dance of Ian from Smosh and the vocalist of Drugs, Craig Owens.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's got like that Craig Owens hair and the tattoos, and then the face of Ian Hecox from Smosh.
Yeah.
Put side by side. Justin, editor's note: can you forget to put a picture right here? Perfect.
Yeah, sure. Yo.
Yeah, this is like that like Jamie's Elsewhere era metalcore.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty. It's cool.
I don't dislike it.
Yeah, I don't dislike it, but I'm trying to think where my brain is right now with what I'm seeking out with music anymore. You know?
Yeah. I try to like if I know that it's still like, oh, people will like this. I say things like that, like, this is good. It's just not something that I'm gonna be like, yo, this is going in my next playlist.
Yeah.
Just because I'm at a different point in my life where this isn't my favorite. But like I said, this is 2011.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, this is pretty hype.
I'm always a little suspect if the band's actually going to stick around if the drummer is playing PD drums. Is it PDP or is it PDF?
PVC drums.
Well, it's a cursed drum company. If you play those drums, you're more than likely to be more interested in like some other line of work.
Something really funny about.
There's something too real about it.
You're holding a.
Just like I'm not invested in completely buying the best gear, but this is an okay drum set for now. Yeah, PDP. That's the drum set.
This is a confusing music video. Did they just transport into a storage unit all of a sudden?
I don't know. They probably rented this studio out.
Was the whole video in this room? I feel like
no.
They were in like a.
There were some other shots. There were some other shots.
In like a hotel or something earlier.
Yeah, this is definitely like a practice room. This is probably where they practice. They've pulled some money together. They spend about $100 each every month, and it's working for them. They're getting pretty good at their craft.
It looks decently sized for.
I do fuck with the Seosin pinch harmonics. Well, not pinch harmonics, but just the harmonics in general.
This is fun.
Happening right here. Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, I like this. I don't think this is like wow for me where I'm gonna seek it out again. But somebody would love this. This is pretty like, especially if you were new to the genre. This would be a nice breath of fresh air if you were like into, that post-hardcore metalcore stuff.
Oh, for sure.
Cold Open, huh? Yeah, okay. BBTB has honestly been making a solid comeback lately. They've had some bangers.
Yeah, for real. Man, I'm trying to think of the last band like Cold Open that I just recently got into, and it's kind of hard. I think the last band that really made me feel some sort of connection with just like an older way of music existing was See You Space Cowboy, right?
Oh yeah, that throwback vibe for sure.
And then they instantly started claiming, hey, we're not like a scene band, so y'all need to stop calling us a scene band.
And then they released the most scene shirts.
Yeah. It's okay. See You Space Cowboy. Just
more like Seen You Space Cowboy.
Let your fans say you are whatever you are, because on the real, they're fucking paying your bills.
Don't let fans have that power. We're in the predicament we're in because of that, them having that power.
Fair enough. Yeah, I would never want our fans to like say we have to be.
Zach and Justin had to describe to me for 20 minutes what metallic hardcore meant because I just didn't get it.
That's funny. That's just the current state of the world, though.
I remember every time they would say something, I was like, "That's just metalcore."
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, it's different because it's like." I'm like, "I'm so confused."
Yeah. Fair enough. You got me there. But I don't know. I guess I'm just saying, like, you don't have to like come out and like fight your fans over some of this shit. It's just like,
yeah, I agree with that.
It's just
like, it's not worth overcorrecting or over being annoying about it.
Yeah, no, people love you. People love you so much that they're willing to share your fucking videos for free and be like, hey, like, I'm gonna buy the next record.
Imagine being charged to share something.
With the way things are going and how weird the world is,
I'm not to share that video.
Surprised. It could probably go there. Who cares?
Strangled.
We're listening to the new Strangled. The song is Defect.
I'm a Strangled stan. I'm a Strangled.
Yeah, I was bumping these guys on a run the other day.
They're good.
It was one of their older songs.
Their older shit's pretty hype too.
I described them as an actual, like, a better Spite. Like,
I literally thought the same thing. That's really funny that you said that. Because when I was listening to this, I was like, this is the aggression I actually want from Spite.
Yeah.
Versus like their deathcore like riffs. This is the punch in your face I want to hear when I'm pissed off. And their contrast of, because this dude's lows are hype, his mids and lows, and then they have the fucking instrumentalist dude. I'm not sure if he's bass or rhythm, but the other bald boy. He has these fucking yells that are just beautiful.
The first time I saw this video, I was like, it was this morning actually. I was like, no, the vocalist just plays bass also.
He puts on a different shirt and everything. And he trims his beard.
Dude, watch, we're just both fucking wrong about this. And he actually does play bass and do vocals live. God, this is such a sick part.
I love that too. The shot of him just like,
Yeah, I mean, the video itself, I think we can agree, definitely is not the best video. Yeah. But
it's like this is a shot in fucking Anthony Gazelle's basement.
Yeah, homies are like, I think they're unsigned still. They definitely have some eyes on them right now for sure. But with just COVID and everything going on, I'm gonna bring that up a million times tonight. I swear to God. Everything's just so unpredictable.
I love that the drummer at all times looks like his mom is watching him. He looks so embarrassed about it. He's just like, he's really good. He just looks so, like everyone else is so mad and angry and just like, he's like, fuck, I hope I don't mess up. My mom's watching.
Dude,
she paid for these lessons. I can't mess up. My homie's shirt is just ripped on his arm. He just fucking ripped it on accident.
Yeah. My fucking dad was asking me, like, kind of like embarrassed a little bit. He was just like, why are you painting your nails now? And
your dad walks into your bedroom and with his fingers pointing and he goes, Justin.
Sad Homer. I don't think, did we ever premiere Sad Homer on this podcast?
I don't know if we did or not. We kept doing it like right before the podcast.
It was always something that existed outside of the podcast or like right after.
The lore's been deepening. So yeah, just so everybody knows, we've had this reoccurring bit in our friend group. It started out with just Justin and I doing Homer Simpson, just really sad, and Marge having no sympathy for him. like him just like having a tragedy of like losing Bart. This part's really sick. And Marge is just like, you stupid idiot, Homer.
Homie, I'm leaving you, homie.
Marge.
I'm taking the kids. I can't take this neglect anymore, homie.
Marge, you're my everything. I need you.
I'm going to my sister's house.
Oh, Marge.
You can't psychologically control me anymore, homie.
I'm not trying to manipulate you, Marge. Bart died last week, Marge. You were thinking to leave me.
Bart is dead, and you can't bring him back, homie.
There's two of us. We're here to overthrow the family, homie.
Jesus, yeah. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we could premiere this on the podcast this way. What a beautiful thing that exists.
Every time we do it, we try to make Homer in a sadder, more upsetting predicament.
We've gone pretty dark with it.
Dude, I went on for like 10 minutes one time about how like Bart and Lisa both died, and Marge is just like, stop embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, I want to know the sad Homer impressions you've done when I'm not around. That's the real you. I want to know. We're gonna keep the shit going.
Also, yeah, that Strangled song. I know we talked over the end of it, and I'm sorry for that, but it is really good. I don't want to undersell how solid that track is.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially with how deathcore and like beatdown has become. It's such a stale genre that this new song specifically too is so it's very well produced. Like you can tell the production went up, and I think the creativity. They're really finally finding themselves fully, because I think some of their older songs sometimes suffers from what's cool right now syndrome. But this newer shit, I think they're just like, fuck it, dude. Let's just do what we think is cool, and it's really working. I think.
Okay, I think my personal only, I said that weird. My only gripe with it is
not enough strangling.
Okay, so things I don't like. I don't really care for the weird old school death metal that the pinch harmonics that are happening with the guitars there.
Oh, yeah. I love
that's
those.
That's me as a guitarist. Like,
that's fair.
There's better pinch harmonics out there that exist.
Totally fair.
It's hard to really like get into that if you don't understand how guitars fucking work and shit. But I would have done maybe something a little different. That's a personal thing, obviously. That aside, I fucking loved this song. I thought it was really. It's a great if you're trying to get into the slam genre or just something that's heavier, this is a great bridge.
This
because
is a good song to lift more weight than you've ever lifted.
Absolutely, yeah. If you're looking for something aggressive and something that is just real and fucking honest, like a thing I love about this band is how psychological they are. Also, they use a lot of 30 Days of Night samples. I recently found out.
That's very cool.
What a great movie.
Love to hear that.
I love an educated man.
We've literally been doing that in our newer Fly stuff too.
Shit! I wasn't sure if you were gonna dispose that information.
I wanted to say it so we didn't seem like copycat cowards.
Oh yeah. That's why I was bringing it up.
Yeah, we have been working on this Fly stuff for a very long time. And
long time.
We also sampled one of the scenes from 30 Days a Night because, like, come on, man, what a great movie.
Yeah.
Top 2 best vampire movies of all time.
That's one of
might even be my favorite.
It's I think it is one of my favorites for sure.
I don't want to definitively say it, but it might be.
It might be my favorite too.
Just off the cuff, I don't want to be like that and then find out like, I forgot about this fucking other.
Vampire movies are hard because there are so many different genres for sure that exist within all of them. Like I think of the Blade vampires.
Once you introduce vampires, it takes very few moments to become campy.
Yeah.
You gotta walk a thin line. There's very few movies that do vampires that are actually intimidating. Most of the time it just feels like vampires are like really erotic. You're like, this isn't scary.
Yeah, why are vampires so oddly sexual or sexualized?
Well, I think it's like the idea of like luring women. So they have to be this like commandeering, like lusty, like come to me.
Yeah,
my
that's
darling,
fucking hot.
live with me for eternity. That type of thing. Be my bride forever.
Damn, I was thinking queen, like maybe like bet.
Is that the woman being tantalized?
Yeah, she
like,
goes,
damn Dracula.
Okay.
Yo, can we get a movie where Dracula is frozen in time and gets like woken up in modern day and tries seducing women with his old speak? He's like, come to me, my maiden. And they're like, shut up, you cringe lord. And he's like, what is this? I am the Lord of Darkness, not Green.
Dracula's trying
I'm funnier than fucking Transylvania. Hotel Transylvania.
Dracula's trying to figure out why everyone's into ass now and not boobs.
Why do you want to suck ass and not blood? I don't get it.
I don't get it. I just... I don't know how to search on the Pornhub like y'all.
What is the internet? Count Chocula, I've never heard of him.
Let's keep this shit rolling. We're listening to one of my favorite songs of the week, actually. This is the new Distant Hellmouth.
As long as he doesn't say the word void, I'm okay.
He just starts out like, Hellmouth! Voidwalker! That's a pretty common thing that a lot of bands would... I think it's more of a hardcore thing for sure. Just screaming the name of the song before the song actually starts because you're so fucking hard. You have no emotions. You're just pure strength.
What's your standing on yelling your own band name? Like, I feel like it can be very cool or it can be very cringy.
Very cringy if we did it for sure because
it's too many words.
For the likes of you.
The only way it would work for us is if it was used in a lyric.
Yeah.
Like as a line. Where it's I did something for the likes of you or something, or like that as like a hook. But yeah, if you pause the song and just yell for the likes of you, I don't know if that'd be hard or not.
There was an old Woe Is Me song, and it coincidentally was not the song for the likes of you. But there was a Woe, I think it was Vengeance. And they say for the likes of you in it. And I just remember, I for some reason remember just getting like an exciting rush whenever I would hear that. I always thought just like, yeah, that's like a cool plug thing or something.
They promoted us.
Wow. Homies looking out for homies back when we were fucking no one. I think you weren't even in the band at that point.
I was not in the band at that point.
Yeah, I can't believe I just disposed that. Is that the word I'm thinking of?
Yeah, it could be. Disclosed, I think, is what you're looking for.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, but if you like disposed of your own information, that's also like you've got rid of it from yourself. It's not the best usage, but you definitely meant disclosed. But I'm here for you.
Okay, fair enough.
Yo, I like the part where Hellmouth got the goo on it.
Yeah. So I was comparing this.
Ooh,
yeah, this is a cool part.
You know, this reminds me of a lot.
What? Say it. Say it, you fucking coward.
So This Is Suffering.
So This Is Suffering.
This song specifically.
Yeah.
It's got the big chonky guitar drops with the like choral effect on the top, the ambience that they use with the big like, it sounds like a church sample almost on like, that type of thing. And then his vocals on these one-liners sound very similar to So This Is Suffering.
Yeah.
But the songwriting overall, I think, is a little more intense on this.
Yeah.
Like with the ambience that they're actually building. Whereas like So This Is Suffering is a solid bop to listen to. This is something you could re-listen to and be like, yo, I didn't even notice that fucking creepy sound.
Yeah. I kind of compared this a little bit, definitely a lot heavier, to Martyr Defiled's. What was the fucking song that I'm thinking of? It's something to do with. I'll look it up real quick.
Please hate me till I die.
Something, it had the word Salem in it for sure. I think it had something to do with the witches, like the witch trials that existed back in the day. But it has that same like slowing down effect throughout the song, where it starts at a certain tempo and then suddenly it's just like a slight, like maybe 10 beats per minute, like slowed down. It's a really interesting thing that I really love to hear within deathcore genre right now. I'm gonna look.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was a fun
that
one.
crown they have too for the little spooky ghost boy.
What's your overall consensus on the new Distant, Avi?
I've listened to it a couple times now, and I think it's a fun deathcore song. I don't think the big thing for me, because I'm a vocal boy, is I look for those moments that wow me in a vocal performance, or like, oh, I'm gonna come back to that and practice vocals to that breakdown. This band is more so the atmosphere and the drops really get me. Like they build a scene really well, and I think it helps with the lyrics too. But I don't think the vocals aren't bad. I'm definitely not saying that, but I don't think they're like resoundingly like impressive to where it'd be like, oh, the vocalist carries this band.
Yeah.
I think it's a good unity amongst this band. I think that's why it's so I don't know. It's just solid. It's like when Wage War came out. Everyone knew this wasn't something brand new, but they were doing it really well.
Yeah.
And that's what this kind of feels like. They come out in a scene of deathcore where things have been done to death, and they do it a little better, It's kind of, it gives me that King vibe a little bit, where it's just solid underground deathcore that kind of just gets what deathcore is about.
Yo, by the way, that Martyr Defiled song that I was thinking of.
I found it.
Do you remember the song At the Throne of Salem?
You probably showed it to me.
That was the heavy fucking song.
The only experiences I have with Martyr Defiled are through you, and then that one feature in that Coma Black Tongue song.
Yeah, great song. If y'all haven't listened to it, and I totally understand if you haven't, just listen to it.
I don't get it.
It's a good song.
Why haven't you listened?
All right. You want to keep shit rolling, or is there anything else you want to add on the new Distant? Because I'm so excited for this new record.
I do want to say, again, I like this band a lot. I don't want to seem like I'm kind of like bringing them down or anything, but I got to say, especially in deathcore, like the lyrics, guys, you gotta be a little more creative, I think. Like, homie references like false gods and false this, which is just such a big trope, and like the void thing. If you're going to bring those things up, it's got to be done really, really in earnest, where it sounds like it's necessary, or just be more creative and think of a different word. There's a ton of words that you could use instead of false or lies, stuff like that.
Yeah. I actually looked at these lyrics when the song first came out, and I didn't think they were the worst lyrics. There's definitely like some of those tropes that you talk about.
Yeah, the tropes is what is the only thing I'm talking about, because I complimented them earlier. They help set the atmosphere a lot, and I think it's a cool story being told. But I just think that we just like the false creator thing. I guess it's just it's so tired. Like that's what I'm saying. If you're new to deathcore, and like I said, they know what is good in deathcore, so that means that they know deathcore, so they should know the tropes that exist in that lyrical writing. But when it's still like overall great. Yeah, it's just that the couple of things I just wanted to address as an umbrella. Like, definitely not even trying to put them down. Just I notice it a lot in the genres. Between metalcore and deathcore. Specifically, is that people, not that everybody needs to be a fucking lyrical master, but just try to be a little more sincere about come up with a little more personal words.
See, that's where you're wrong. I know you, Austin, and I know that you hate
I'm fake.
Any new band that puts shit out
I hate
because
any new
they're
band.
fucking posers.
Any new band is a poser. Quote me.
I remember you saying that. I said, "Hey, Austin, I'm here."
say that.
And you said, "Hey,
first thing I said.
before I let you in, every band is a poser."
Sorry, I gotta let you know, dude. This has been really eating at me.
I can't even commit to the bit anymore.
All right, Jebby Justin Peterson. How you doing, man? Not many people know that that's your full name. But I have this new fun thing that I wanted to show you. And by the title, I can tell that you're already aroused. It's called Psychosexual, and it's the drummer, perhaps ex-drummer. I'm pretty sure it's the current drummer. Could be wrong on that. Don't quote me. A Five Finger Death Punch.
Good
And
start.
This is his new project. He is the vocalist of this group. And he goes by the alias Devil Daddy.
Devil Daddy.
Devil Daddy, little horny devil. And he's dressed up like the worst fucking Party City devil around. Which is lame because he has these like these instrumentalists, and they're wearing these cool goat head masks that are kind of sick.
Okay.
But in cohesion with him and then also his vocal style, just don't get it. I just don't know what's happening. It's bad. It's so confusing. It's like like imagine if like it's like if one of the Hells Angels bikers in his free time like it was shamefully like did this, or he just dressed up in like BDSM gear and just was like,
fuck are you describing
around
for
with me?
I love this picture that you just
like a
painted
biker
so
badass that
elegantly.
in secret puts on latex and sings to himself with his wee tucked between his legs.
Oh my god.
Like
well,
Hannibal Lecter
what
style.
are we doing?
Or that's, no, Hannibal Lecter. Who's that? Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill. You know, dude, I just started what was that? What's that fucking movie? Red
Is it October?
No, Red is it Red? It's the second it's the follow-up it's the conclusion to Silence of the Lambs. What is it? Red Dawn? Is it not? It's not Red Dawn. That's that weird Josh Peck remake. Anyways, let's just get into this fucking shit.
Psychosexual. You ready, Justin? You fucking ready, dude?
I'm already getting some weird like this is like your uncle's band shit.
Oh, dude, that's literally what everybody says. That's so funny. That's
Yo.
exactly what this is.
But this band, hey,
Your uncle that tells like stories where he portrays himself as a badass, but you're like, that's not very cool.
yo, real quick, I just want to point out though that these guys are really cool because they have fucking pussy in
pussy
in their videos, homie. That makes you cool. Did you know that?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, love objectifying women. Are you hearing these vocals?
Man,
The head bop, dude.
like he's got so much makeup on right now that he can't afford to mess it up.
Yeah, exactly. This is like tiny little. Oh, my neck.
I'll give it to you, homie. You got a lot of money, but like, is this shit?
Yeah, well, on what?
Is this shit cool? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you paid a bunch of actors. You rented out an area. You got lights. You got somebody to film this. You had to pay for recording. There's like prosthetics everywhere. There's costumes.
This is a big production for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of money behind this, and it's only got like 150,000 views, and the likes and dislikes are disabled. Oh, also they did a typo negative cover, and it is not good.
They did a typo negative cover?
Yeah, because that's how serious they take themselves.
Yeah, so that
genuine.
explains it. That explains this entire project. They listened to typo negative. They were like, "Yo, girls love typo negative. We want those."
It's totally that like, it's that mom like she's like 40 to 50. She's got a tattoo on her boobs. And she's got fucking liver spots from tanning too much.
God.
That's who this music was made for.
This hurts me to watch this. Oh yeah.
I don't know if he passed it already, but he says your daddy devil's gonna be spanking you over and over again. Close your eyes and fuck with that.
Hell yeah. That is
and also
exactly
the milk,
what we're talking about.
Like when I think of Lucifer, I think milk is probably one of the last things that comes to my mind.
Yeah, this is a great example of fake Satanists, in my opinion. I'm sure there's probably some people out there.
It's like when you pretend to be into BDSM on Twitter to get like likes and retweets.
Yeah, this is.
But then
just...
it comes down to this. Oh no! You know what this is, Justin? I found it. I found the meme.
What?
This is the fucking white bread dudes that share. I want me a big titty goth girl, and then they get some crazy goth chick, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" They're like not ready for it. They're like, "Oh, I want that goth girl."
Yeah,
and that's what this is. So you're like, I'm dressing up like it, but you know, this dude is turning and running the second shit gets real.
Turning and running. Turning and running.
Turning and running. I'm here for the turning and the running.
Yeah, this is literally...
You don't love this? I was being sardonic. This is my favorite band. This is my album of the year.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if you heard the line in the chorus, but he said, "I'll be fucking you with fire like you never been."
Dude, I don't think I can focus on the lyrics when I'm watching something like that. Visually, it's so stimulating that I'm having...
trying to let Daddy Devil fuck me with fire.
Fuck me with fire. Dude, I don't know. Yeah, I get it. There's going to be... There's going to be a little bit of everything in...
This was released in April, Justin. It's only got 160.
I'm not listening to it myself, but, you know...
They put out another song called Lady Killer, and it's awful.
Lady Killer?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It also is
It's
confusing.
just called Lady Killer?
Mm-hmm. It's really funny, too, because like when you hear the term lady killer, you think of like a suave business guy, like, oh, he's good with the lady. That's a lady killer. You know, that's something cougars call hot young men that have their shit together.
Yeah.
But in the chorus, he's talking about how this girl is driving him crazy, and she's like this psycho bitch, and he keeps going, "Lady killer, she's fucking psycho, blah." But he keeps repeating "lady killer" like he's calling her that. Which what the fuck does that mean? Like, it's a killer that's a lady. Is he trying to be clever and do a play on words, but change the meaning?
I don't know, man.
Because it definitely doesn't come off of that. It comes off as him not knowing what lady killer means.
Fair enough. I'm so confused. Everything you just showed me
hasn't registered still.
Yeah, it'll hit me one of these days. That or I will completely...
One of these days.
That or I will completely forget everything you just showed me because it's so non-relevant, like, to what I'm about.
Like non-relevant.
That I'm just it'll just like go into the ether or something in my
it'll shoot into the
mind.
ozone and melt away.
Yeah. Well, let's keep this shit going. We got next up on the list. Got a little pale face.
So this song, I've heard this before. I got to be fully honest. Only once though, so I don't. I want to see how my opinion is on this. But I do remember that the intro of the video is really cool, but then when the song starts, it's kind of confusing because there's this huge buildup of anticipation, and then the song starts, and the song has like an intro, like verse.
Intro verse.
But intro to the video is pretty cool. It's like Sinister, straight out of the Sinister opening.
Oh really? I did see this actually.
Remember when I brought out a cold open earlier? This would be a cold open.
You know, I had some opinions about this. I actually really wanted to talk about this band on the stream. I'm really glad that you have brought this up.
Yeah, I'm glad too, because I'm glad you feel that way, because I wanted to talk about it too, because I've only listened to it once and I had some strong opinions. I want to see how I feel about it going forward.
How you feel? Yeah, I needed to re-listen to this band anyways, so I'm glad we're doing this right now.
Fun idea. Like, I know it's a Sinister thing, but it looks cool. This shit's tight.
Yeah,
I love stuff like this.
This is another great example of bands that are just pulling off the just slightly slowed down BPM thing in deathcore. The guitar tone is pretty tight too. I fuck with it. It's definitely it has like that high-end production for sure. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing when you're going for this. But I'm gonna ding them there for those wonky, just learn how to do your pinch harmonics, homie. You'll get them down. Just practice.
This too
it's okay.
doesn't. I don't think it lands the cutting of the tongue.
Cutting of the tongue.
I don't think the gore is implied enough. Kind of just looks like she's hovering a knife over her mouth.
Fair enough. Yo, girls
content?
Kissing?
Is that horny content?
Yo. I guess I'm subscribing. Yo.
Oh shit!
Damn, that's a pretty
we just got executed. What the fuck? I don't remember that from when I first watched it.
I don't either. That's the funny thing.
Homie just got executed, dude.
How did they get away with that? Especially
because it's just a fucking CGI. Like, it's just a blood splatter. Like, he doesn't have any wounds or anything.
Yeah, dude. But if
dude, have you seen the fucking cattle decap videos that are on YouTube?
To be honest, I have not.
Oh. Well, look up forced gender reassignment and then come talk to me.
Okay,
sweetie.
I'll have to
watch the Deer and Gray obscure music video.
I'll have to dive in eventually. Yeah.
These ladies keep killing him.
God dang it. Oh.
Sorry.
It's okay. Gotta get that phone charged, Home. Well, that was an interesting choice of blast beat placement, but just also just riffage.
It's a fun pickup. Like, they went from like a kind of like an all right transition into like a full on part that like really, I think it escalates and it works better. This is cool too, just fucking in your face, like fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know, it's a little silly.
The video is, I'm talking about the song.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, come on, the song's hype. Him slitting his own throat is whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think there will ever be a better throat slit than in the Freddy or the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Okay.
Movie's not very good, but it opens with a fucking deep neck.
When was that remade?
2010 or some shit, 2011 maybe.
Dude, I need to watch that. I think I actually.
I don't think you need to.
Well,
it's okay.
To be fair, I remember it coming out, but I just never had I never watched it, and like whether or not you like that specific new remake or not, it's just as a fan of horror,
right? Yeah.
And just
you gotta at least watch it.
You gotta know what's happening.
This is the Justin part. He loves shit like this. I think there's a part of me that thinks it goes on a little too long. This part's cool. I wish it just went.
Here we go.
Initially.
Okay, they're getting a little.
Like it's going too long.
They think that this is a cool thing because they're extending it so long, but on the real, they're just kind of embarrassing themselves a little bit.
Yeah, I think the laughing doesn't land.
Yeah, the laughing's not landing for me. Like, homies, I know you ain't fucking hard in real life. It's okay. Right. It's okay. You can be fake as fuck.
Right, you
all
can
you
spin
want.
Kick me at your shows all you want.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna go to your job at O'Reilly's tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah, this is fine. Just don't overdo it, and we won't have this conversation.
Also, too, like, if you're gonna go for the time to shit talk out of tune on this part, like, the lyrics have to hit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta write like Kublai Khan if you're gonna do that type of shit. You gotta come up with some hard fucking truth, not just like, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm here to let you know that I'm pissed off.
Okay, so where I'm gonna leave this band is I am excited to see what comes.
I am excited to listen to more of this band.
Yeah. I thought the music video wasn't awful.
It was shot well.
Shot very well.
And it had cool elements, but I think, yeah, it's like hit or miss. It fades in and out of being like a little too try hard, I think.
Yeah.
But I get it if that's like the persona you're going for. Like, it makes sense.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm interested. Definitely interested.
Right. Like, this isn't going to go on my playlist, but I'm interested. Yeah, like you said. I'm excited to hear the next couple tracks from this band.
Well, to be fair, I might even just want to listen to them. I feel like as music listeners, you have to just really listen to artists by yourself just to really form that opinion on whether or not you fuck with them. And this is one of those bands for me because
you're gonna need a second listen on some other songs.
Yeah, shame on the man who judges any band based off of one time listening to them.
Right, that's how you miss out on good music.
That's what happened with me.
Too many a time.
That's what happened with me, and I think everyone here can remember like 100 Gex. Like, this is the first time you showed me their shit. Yeah. I was like, I'm not fucking with this. This is like kind of weird.
And now you're actively like, yo, you see 100 Gex did a collab?
Dude, yeah, no, 100 Gex is fucking sick. They're just, you know.
I came around.
We're just old now, so yeah.
Yeah, we didn't grow up with a genre called hyperpop.
Yeah, but yeah, no, shout out Paleface. I'm really excited to see what the new shit is gonna be.
Definitely got a cool thing going. Like, there's a lot of fun elements in there. They're definitely trying to kind of reinvent the deathcore wheel by bringing in a ton of different elements, and I think it's cool and interesting. It keeps my attention.
Yeah, keep doing your thing, y'all. I'm excited for y'all. Let's keep this shit rolling. We got some of y'all might be excited for this. I don't know.
Bro, I haven't listened to a Marilyn Manson song by choice in probably 7 years.
Yeah. We are currently listening to Paint You With My Love. It literally just came out, the new Marilyn Manson. I have heard some pretty bad reviews off of this new record.
I just want him to finally break and just go, Painted Love. Crossover, painted black with tainted love.
They stopped filming Sons of Anarchy, so I ran out of money. Yeah, this is like I don't know, just Manson trying to do something that isn't sporadic, edgy, and I don't know, maybe trying to do something. Would you say that this is like bluesy rock almost?
Yeah, this is like this is like a closing song on like a Soundgarden. Like,
This is like an anthem or something. Well, not an anthem, I guess, but
like a goodbye song. It's been swell. Like this plays at the end of a show. You know, like this isn't something you open with. This is something that plays like either in the middle or like the third act. Or not middle, but the third act or the end. Like everything's somber. It's like very somber.
fair enough.
It's a solemn goodbye, if you will.
Real ones now. Yeah, I don't know. This is this is just
harmless.
background music for me.
Yeah,
on the real.
It's harmless.
I listen to this and I don't think of Marilyn Manson. I think
character development in a video game. When I hear this.
on the real, I could fall asleep to this.
I'm about to.
Dude, I'm like, yeah.
Marilyn Manson singing a ballad makes me want to take a nap.
Yeah. I wonder what his team looks like now.
I wonder what his teeth look like.
Well,
I
don't know. Like, homie's probably rich as fuck. He probably
He's probably got those Simon Cowell fake teeth by now.
It's one of those things. Like, a pipe breaks in his house. He's just like, the pipe's broken. He says it once, and
I'm
then
getting a new house.
His manager, his manager just brings in some plumber.
Hey, manager, get me a plumber.
God, it's kind of weird to think that just some people live that way. They're so wealthy that
Sure, wealthy.
they're so fucking wealthy that the second anything wrong happens in their life, someone else is just like, yes, yes, my lead.
Suffer, you rich bastard.
God, yeah.
You know, honestly, can't wait to hear the song in Death Race 7.
Death Race 7. Wow, I'm so glad, dude. Death Race. So there's a special connection in my brain with those movies. With those movies and the Messengers record by August Burns Red.
Why?
Because when I first heard that record was when that movie was playing, and I was over at a friend's house. Like,
you had this
the friends that your
crossing of the
parents,
wires.
the friends that your parents. You're not supposed to be over at their house because they're the weird kids.
You didn't tell your parents you went to this house?
Yeah, because I would have.
I have an after-school activity. I'm not hanging out.
I would have gotten in so much trouble. Like, these were some kids with like multiple lip piercings, and I was like 13 years old.
Kids that carry knives.
Yeah, yeah, kids that are like trying to do witchcraft, but the internet is not as advanced yet, so we can't figure out how to perform spells or something at the local high school.
Just cutting their fingers.
So they're just killing their cats or something. Who knows? God, how did we go? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I was just trying to connect the August Burns Red song with this weird point. Yeah, that's my life. A lot of weird shit happening up in this bitch.
I was blissfully listening to your story while trying to listen to the climax of the song, because it definitely picked up at the end there. Like, and that's tried and true in every ballad. There has to be an escalating point.
Yeah,
where it comes full circle.
Let's take a quick peek at the lyrics, because I think this might just be one of the songs that might have like he didn't put his lyrics in?
Oh, there they are. Somebody else did. A fan did.
Is it right?
Read more.
Okay.
Hit read more. You're disliking it. Is it right here?
Dislike the video? Okay. Honky tonk devils glitter in like royal rats in kitten skin, and all the blondes drop their panties and cry to the father's first lullaby. It rhymes. He rhymes. Okay. That was the intro to the song.
Okay. Nice little A-B.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's metaphorical. That's Marilyn Manson's thing. He's always been like metaphorical, but in your face about it. Like metaphors that are gonna make you go, "That's fucking uncomfortable."
Yeah, I don't know. I really want to like it, but I just know deep down inside I'm not gonna go back to something like that.
No,
I just don't
not.
listen to that, and that's okay.
And
you know?
this might be the ballad song off this album. I doubt the whole album is this soft.
Who knows? Yeah.
If it is, that's wild. If it's not,
Yeah. This is just us trying new shit. Y'all.
Yeah, we're just trying to listen.
Bear with us.
Want to give it a listen because I used to listen to Manson when I was growing up.
Yeah, I think everyone did, right?
Literally every person.
Everyone. You had to. You did.
I know you did. You're a liar if you didn't. Okay, number 6.
Yeah, let's keep this shit rolling. We got how do you say this?
Harbinger.
Harbinger. Okay, fair enough. Song is Darkest Days. Oh. Truly the darkest of days. Okay.
Oh yeah, a little more like death metal-y kind of riff intro.
Oh yeah.
Here for it.
Interesting mix too. Ooh, starting the song off with a guitar solo. Okay. Oh, just a quick little one.
Little tease.
Damn, these are musicians.
Right. Is this song composition?
For real. Man, yeah, this is Ooh, is this like
Is this the same pack that I used for the Dragged Under video? For Hypochondriac?
Dude, I was gonna say, is this like a Black Dahlia like fan band?
Yeah, I can see that.
Dude, yeah,
even
like,
the vocalist.
These guys
the
are
way he's
diehard
singing.
Black Dahlia fans.
I can totally see
it.
that.
You know it, and that's great. That's great for these guys.
Mm-hmm. It's cool, man. Yeah, that riff, dude. That's such a Black Dahlia riff. You're totally right.
Dude, yeah. What a a lot of it's already occurring currently, but a lot of people will never know how big of a band.
Screams?
Oh, that's pretty sick. Yeah, a lot of people will never know how big the Black Dahlia Murder actually were when we were growing up.
Oh, dude, Hot Topic era.
Yeah, that was a band that like girls would wear their fucking shirts, but no one.
They were like the Nirvana shirt before the Nirvana shirt.
Yeah. Great example. Yeah.
It's so funny. Even the side shots, like this director literally probably watched that Dragged Under video and was like, "This is a solid idea." It's like the shots are pretty similar, and the idea of like the whole becoming fully blacked out too, while the veins are like encasing them, slowly transforming them, and then the black eye contacts even. Not saying they just stole it or anything, but it definitely seems like the same kind of similar concept.
Dude, I wish I could play guitar.
That looks really cool. That prosthetic on him looks really cool. The side, I love that his solo shots have slowly been getting more. That looks really cool. I like that. I like that.
I like. Wait, is that a? No, that's not a real tattoo on his face.
No, it's a prosthetic.
Okay, I was gonna say. I mean, it's interesting how it's edited
Oh,
on
just
him,
painted on
like
him. I
so
don't think it's
shakishly.
edited. I think the thing on his face
it's like
painted or on him because there's no way they would fucking motion track that while he's moving.
You know, just kind of following the theme of the day. I wonder what his day job is.
He pegs me as like a dude that like I don't know, he like cuts meat or like prepares
He's a meat
food.
cutter. You fucking meat cutter.
And not like a butcher, but like he works at a shop where like he has to
Yeah.
prepare the meat.
How are we feeling vocally about this fella?
I think he's a good vocalist. I think he has a solid range that he's utilizing. I don't think he has the strongest like fry mids, but I think he has enough knowledge of other ranges that it becomes interesting. Like you don't get tired of hearing him just do the mids.
Yeah.
I think his pitch screams are where he really shines. Because the rest of the band is very talented, and I don't think he's untalented. I just think that like, he has better aspects than other parts of his screams.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm really curious, like how difficult, if at all, if it is difficult or not, it is to find like metal musicians now as a young aspiring musician.
It seems like it.
Yeah, is it? Do you think metal is like officially making its.
I just think it seems socially harder to like approach people without seeming dumb or cringy or like perceived as bad because of kind of how the internet has molded us into being. You know, you have this hesitation now because like most bands,
people.
you always hear that story is just some guy. Like, oh, I heard this dude doing karaoke, and I was like, he'd be great in my band. Or some dude answered an ad, or our friend decided to get into the thing.
Yeah.
But all those instances were like friends or like somebody you saw do a thing, not okay. I'm ready to put myself out there on the internet because everybody does that, and everybody has something to say about it. So it can be very scary to take that leap, and then once you do, there's so much other things that exist that it's hard to get into it fully.
I think going forward, the metal genre really needs to put down their guards on just who they portray themselves to be. Like, homie, just open up. If you open up and just really let people know who you are,
especially
I think
with metal being such a lyrically driven, not lyrically driven, but an emotional driven genre.
Emotionally honest, I think, genre.
Because it hits everything. Because there's like angry lyrics that like get people through stuff. There's sad lyrics. There's like angsty lyrics. There's passionate lyrics. There's remorse. There's regret. Like there's so many encompassing feelings in metal because it's such a big thing, and it I feel like it draws in people that are broken or that have broken parts of them or traumas and stuff because they can relate to those songs that are trying to say something and like relate to their struggles. So it would be great if we could just get back to that where people are just bonding over. Just remember when you're like, oh, you got the new CD like that. Oh, this dude's cool. He listens to sick music. Like, what CDs? What's your 3 favorite CDs right now?
I think the thing I'm really hoping for with the continuation of the metal genre, at least lyrically, I just really want to see these artists try not to overdo the cliche of just like, oh yes, I'm mentally suffering and this is just the burden that I bear. It's like we've heard that so many times. Like rather than that, what I want to hear is like, yes, you're mentally suffering, but like genuinely, how does it make you feel? Like I want to know why you're crying so much every single night, homie. Like,
or what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, like I want to know the nitty gritty about all these like details and shit.
Right, that's kind of the false thing I was getting at earlier. Like dive into it a little deeper. You're like you're talking about cool subject matter, but I'm not quite feeling the deeper emotion that you're trying to convey because it's hitting a little shallow.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're trying to come off hard to your other dude friends because you're not fully committed to being an emotional man.
You're afraid of, and I totally get that. Like you don't want to be honest sometimes in the lyrics or write about yourself and your personal struggles because you're worried people might make fun of it or be like, what are you trying to say? Like,
who fucking cares?
Yeah, exactly. Get over that anymore. Because why are we even doing art? Isn't it to fucking express how you feel and do your artistry in your way?
Maybe this is just a part of being an artist. You just find out along the way.
Being as an artist,
you just find out along the way that you just gotta breach new levels.
All I know is that I want to rock with that.
Why do I keep exiting out of that?
Because you're new to it. You're learning.
It's okay. Yo, we're checking out the new Like Moths to Flames. Everyone's reacted to this video, but
but me.
It's this is first time for
Justin's re-listening to it for me because I haven't heard it yet.
Well, yeah, we are currently listening.
What's the YOTM stand for? Is it Year of the Music?
Oh, you were so close.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me look around. Let me look at this and see if I can. Year of the Mouse.
What is the name of their band?
No, it's really Year of the Moth.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
You don't like it? Yo, Avi fucking hates you, Chris. How do you feel about that?
I just don't. I was just hoping for a better payoff.
It's okay. No, he loves you. He actually does love you.
I do. I really like this band. Habitual Decline was sick. Cool name, by the way.
It was good. And you know what? This song, in my opinion, it's a little better.
I like in the video, too. I just realized how tiny you look compared to me because I'm so much more forward than you. And your chair's lower. You look like a tiny little child.
I'm borderline laying on the floor. I'm so close.
Tiny little like Frodo. Yeah. It's like the Frodo Gandalf thing.
Yo, how long do you think like Moths to Flames is gonna keep doing the thing? Because
they only got a year left. This is the Year of the Moth.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I think that they but I think if they want to
continue
as a long persisting band, they're gonna have to hit that point where they become. Not become. That sounds harsh, but they have to follow,
become the Moth.
They have to follow the Bring Me the Horizon. They have to bring Moth the horizon, and go to that next level of like upping the production and kind of going more like making it more accessible. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because this type of metalcore is sick, but it caps out eventually. It gets you to that point, and then you're ceiling there, and you have this dope audience. But then if you need to succeed to the next level, you have to broaden your sense.
Mm-hmm.
And their choruses are hype, and I think Chris could write really big, like I Prevail fucking choruses. But I think they're too heavy. It's kind of scary for newer fans sometimes. In that sense.
Yeah, I mean that's a truthful like reality to this genre in particular.
Mm-hmm. Look at Dayseeker, dude. They were capping out, and they put out that album that was like Post Malone in a metalcore band, and it did wonders for them. They're the most popular they've ever been, and they've had album upon album, and this one Sleepwalk album finally was just like, or Sleep Talk maybe, I don't remember what it's called, Sleep something.
It's okay.
Catapulted them up in numbers, and it was they played into the not the formula, but they played into the trend of it, and they kind of got on it at the right time.
Yeah.
Not like it's kind of like how the 1975 and The Weeknd inspired a bunch of bands to start influencing their sound like that, and it worked great for the first 20 bands that did it. Yeah. And now there's just a ton of bands trying to replicate that, and it's kind of drowned out the genre. But for the first 20 that influenced it into their, pop punk or metalcore, it worked out great.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long the shelf life for like Moths to Flames goes on for.
It's either going to be like Chris does a solo thing, or they're going to transition into the.
But what does the rest of the band do? I'm kind of curious on the real, like how involved the rest of the band really is with like everything. I mean, it's clear that like there is a mastermind behind all the instrumentals and shit like that. You can kind of hear, especially with this new shit, them going back to their like maybe perhaps Eye for an Eye record like roots. It sounds to me that maybe their old guitarist who had left for a little bit came back to rewrite some shit.
Oh, okay.
I would not be surprised if that was the case. Don't quote me on anything, but it sounds like
homie came back. Quote me.
And yeah, they stopped paying other people to write their records.
Hell yeah. I think I'm excited for the new album. I think I like Habitual Decline a little bit more, but I was interested in this one. Like you said, it definitely reminds me of Eye for an Eye a little bit more.
Yeah.
At least in the verses and like the intro, but like the chorus, Chris writes his choruses like he writes his choruses.
Yeah.
They're good. They're power ballads.
I can't think of a record recently that I have purchased, but if given the opportunity, I think this might be a record that I would like to pick up, have in my collection.
Definitely going to listen to it when it comes out.
I'm really excited to actually listen to it all the way through. As you should with any record that you actually love, you should listen to it from the beginning all the way to the end with the lyrics in your hand, because that's just a magical moment.
It truly is.
Yeah, no. But overall, I'm very happy with this new Moths. It's fun. What a great band, especially for our time.
Yeah, honestly, each album that they've done, there's not many sour notes on them. Like, they've gone through a lot of different albums with slightly variations, and most of them have been pretty solid. Yeah. So good on you, boys. Yeah. What do we got up next, Joey?
Eskimo Callboy.
So this is a band that kind of blew up in a time where music parody.
Would you consider this band a meme band?
Yeah, 100%.
Meme band? Okay.
They've always been the joking party band. This band has been around since We Butter the Bread with Butter, and I'm not joking.
They have?
Yes. This
Are
band
you fucking serious?
This band used to go hand in hand with them. I am an OG of like I used to listen to this band all the time.
Okay.
They had this album with like this pink like polar bear on it.
We got an OG fan over here, everyone. OG fan.
Yeah, they were like crunkcore back in the day. That was like the shit. They were like the party boys that did metalcore and did the Breet Breeze and shit.
Okay.
They were like Broken Side from fucking Poland or something.
I'm about it. We're here for it.
So I've heard this before. So that's the thing, is that like for me I was like, oh, they're still doing that weird like party gimmick. Like look at it. The name of this song is literally Dancing Like a Ninja. When was the last time ninjas were popular? Well, remember when there was like a
Dude,
we had like a
I don't know.
a
Ninja
time in
Gaiden was a
history-
sick ass game.
We had a time in history for like 5 years where ninjas were just sick as fuck. Back when
Yeah.
Newgrounds was a thing
Yeah.
and Flash Player was huge and people sang the taco song. It's raining tacos. It's that type of shit. Like,
Oh my god.
that's like what this reminds me of. It's like old Newgrounds.
Okay, you've painted a brilliant picture for me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just dive in now.
But I just wanted to say it. So it's that they're still doing it, but now they have a much higher production value, and the videos they've just fully. No, they've always fully embraced the meme, but now it's just got backing. It just seems like somebody was like, "This is fun. I'm going to throw money at it," and now it's doing really well for them. Like, it's just so weird to see that like a band doing this kind of gimmick for 10 years, all of a sudden, like, you know what? We figured it out.
all right.
Good on them.
Bet. Let's dive in, y'all. We're listening to Eskimo Callboy MC Thunder 2, Dancing Like a Ninja. Let's see what's good. Yeah, this band fucking blew up out of nowhere.
It was that Hypa video.
It was the Hypa video. I remember Hodai showed that to me on his phone.
He was so excited about that.
Dude, he loves any like high production
He
shit
loves
like
when
this.
metal or like when serious things get subverted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and he's so used to metal being really serious.
Yeah,
When he saw
remember-
that, he was like, "Oh my god!"
I remember listening to Night Lavelle in front of him, and he was just so not
like, "I
about
don't
it.
like this."
This is just, yeah, we all, to each their own, right? We have what we're into,
Mm-hmm.
and he's probably a little more into
Do you think they put this out right
This
around
type
the
of
release
rock
of Mulan on purpose?
metal. Dude, that I don't want to think about that because that might drastically change my opinion about this band.
Just poor planning.
Dude, I'm sure you're aware of it because it was like a trending title on Twitter, but all the shit surrounding, all the drama surrounding the Mulan release.
Or just how bad it is.
Well, yeah, that and just like how I recall there was an article based on like people trying to cancel the movie because it's like that the lead actress was like pro cops. Like,
Oh yeah, I think we've talked about this before. I don't know if we
I don't
talked about it on a
think I don't think
podcast,
you and
but-
I talked about this.
I think I've definitely talked about it to somebody, but yeah, she had a big thing where she was basically being forced into saying that she loved the Korean government because
Yeah.
no, it was the Hong Kong government.
I think
sorry.
she said something.
It was because there was like the uproars in Hong Kong a while ago where there was really bad things happening there and like
Yeah.
intense police control against their citizens, and so as a preemptive thing, people were saying this is really fucked up. She should say something because she, as a Hong Kong actress, is starring in Mulan, which is the whole point of it is to overthrow a tyrannical government and stand up for your people while teaching a lesson. But in having her be a member of Hong Kong society and then be in this movie, there was like this, hey, you should say something. You have a platform and you're in an area that is suffering.
Okay.
And so she publicly had to say she backs the Hong Kong police.
Yeah.
And everyone was pissed at her, but me, I was like, yeah, obviously she has to say that. Like, she's probably got fucking cops messaging her managers being like, hey, you better tell her to make a public statement saying she's on our side because there's a lot of money in this movie.
Man.
And we cannot have...
Yeah,
this is a cool video, by the way.
This is a very cool
This is
video.
so fun.
Yeah, going with that though, I think it's just one of those realities that I think most people aren't going to understand, but definitely exist. It's just the second you become a powerful icon in the world, there's other fucking powerful forces out there that quite literally will make your life a living hell if you don't submit to them. It's existed
power
forever.
struggle.
It's existed forever.
It's the power dynamic
Man,
that keeps things in balance.
Yeah, who knows to what extent, like someone like herself was pressured into making that statement. Maybe she wasn't even actually involved in politics or any of that shit.
Yeah, I can't imagine that she wasn't forced into saying that. Her big breakthrough role in this huge movie. Like,
Yeah,
hey, we're gonna ruin your career if you take a stance against the police right now.
Yeah, I think the overall conversation is more so like whether or not she
Dude,
actually feels that way, or not.
imagine standing up for the cops and then your movie's also bad.
Dude, yeah, I'm not gonna be watching it like on the real. Like I'm just Like the drama surrounding it is enough for me to just like not really fuck with it. I don't really fuck with mainstream shit like that, anyways.
I also just am not a big supporter of these Disney soulless remakes.
Soulless, that's a great
keep throwing
yeah,
out.
that's a great.
There's just no passion. It's clearly about money. It's not about the love for the old movies or the old art. It's about we could make it better because it was already great. You didn't need to make it better. So if you were gonna do a love letter to it. This ain't it, Chief.
This ain't it, Chief.
Aladdin fucking sucked. The Lion King sucked. The Dumbo sucked less, but it sucked. It's just none of them are landing. They're all making tons of. Dude, the Lion King one's already like one of the highest grossing films of all time, and which is just so dumb because everyone's performance feels phoned in that fucking movie.
You know what remake I watched recently that I was just like, whoa. This is real. Like, they did this. The Aladdin remake.
Oh, my God. Yeah,
dude, it was... I watched it, and I left, and I was just movie. Like, I ate some popcorn. I'm
confused because it's like there's always these values and messages in these old Disney movies. Like, regardless of how you feel about Disney as a company, the movies at least always tried to have, like, some sort of deeper arcing message because the writers cared. But this newer stuff, it's like it completely misses the point of what the original struggle was.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
made it cool.
I feel like Disney does what they do now because they just want to try to prove to the world that they still can feel like emotions or like I don't know. they're
trying to prove that they have.
Yeah, they have all the money and power in the world, but they're just like, no, we're just Smith. Like you.
He's charismatic.
Remember the things you loved about Disney back in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s? Well, we're still that, but now we quite literally have enough money to control
anything.
The sex trade that exists.
Marge, I'm captain of the sex trade.
Yeah. Bring your children to Disneyland. Maybe one of them, two of them disappear.
That's the new plot of the Simpsons episode. Disneyland opens in Springfield, and Homer has a compromised position. He like starts working there and like undercovers like a secret kid rink.
Yeah, and
he's torn because he's getting paid really well and he loves Disneyland, but there's a child trafficking rink. And he's
love these conspiracies.
Oh man,
this is great.
They're killing kids.
It's beautiful. Yeah, we're gonna be listening to Grief Instilled. Is the band?
No, the band is called Shin Guard.
The
song is called Grief Instilled.
Something I needed for soccer practice, but my parents neglected to buy me.
It's a split with the band called For Your Health.
For Your Health.
And this song slaps. This is a song that was showed to me on stream and then was immediately showed to Zesty because it's like right up his alley. But I think you'll like the vocals because it's that old like emo shrill high.
Shrill high. Kind
of like the Drop Dead Gorgeous but with a little more conviction.
Yeah.
I thought this would be a fun one to end on because it's just so different from most of the stuff we've played.
Yeah. Dude, on the real, I've been listening to nothing but shit like this recently.
Nice.
And I actually have a follow-up song that I threw up on the playlist real quick that I wanted to get your opinion on because it's such a popular, like, goth classic song.
Goth classic.
I guess it's like a dark. I guess the genre would be dark wave or something like that.
I mean, I guess if I had to label it, I'd say dark wave. I suppose. Like if I'm really gonna make me put a label on it, I suppose I'd call it dark wave. If I really had to call it something, I'd probably call it like new dark wave post fusion.
Yo, this is fucking tight.
It's like some Converge in their emo phase.
Dude, yeah, I don't know.
I love them.
Dude, I'm definitely gonna have to check these guys out. This song's not even really begun yet, and I'm so about it.
Dude, you can just tell when you hear those highs, you're like, oh, this dude's an artist. Like he's saying some shit. Those types of shrieks, man, they always come hand in hand with somebody who's just writing some cool lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
And the instrumentals are fun too. They're just like mathy as heck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think mathy was the right word actually. About it.
Yeah. There's something happening here with the timing for sure. Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
Man, how do you even begin to track a band like this? That's my question.
For real. One take everything, just let them do it.
Because yeah, this is all like live audio recording, like live drums. Nothing's fake.
That was cool. That was some Chariot shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Using all feedback as the fucking break.
Feedback used well though, because
Yeah.
I know a lot of bands that have done the feedback thing, and
It can be annoying.
It's
if you don't do
actually
it right.
it's actually annoying, but this makes sense. For some reason, this makes sense.
I think it's because the highs are constantly already setting you at this intense pace. So when they come in, it doesn't like it's not jarring. You're already listening to shrill stuff.
Shrill.
Shrimp. There's shrimp in my ego.
There's a shrimp in my hair.
Jimmy, get in here. There's a shrimp in my bowl.
God.
George, get in here.
Yeah, real quick, everyone. I just want to point out that I thought it was a day ahead of where we are, and Austin reminded me that it's actually the day before that it actually
like,
is.
oh man, I gotta get going soon.
He
like,
literally,
I gotta work tomorrow.
yeah, he literally created an extra day for me.
It was so funny.
And it just blew my fucking mind.
It's like, dude, don't you work on Sundays? He's like, yeah, it's Saturday. It's like, it is not Saturday.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Just yeah, and I'm gonna be using this time to further develop my brain and take care of my body, y'all. I think it's important. Everyone should be taking care of themselves right now, and
do it, cowards.
do it.
Take care of yourselves.
Yeah, take that extra day. You deserve it, honey. Yo, yeah. Let's talk about that real quick. There was a lot to process there.
See you guys later.
This is clearly a band that we can't just like really hear exactly what the lyrics are, and I'd even be surprised. Let's just take a peek, see if we can see some lyrics.
That song is the scary part of a roller coaster.
Scary part of a roller coaster, man. Oh shit! It's already scary part of a roller. Yeah, the scary part of a roller coaster. Yeah, that's a great example. Yeah, I like that.
It just like builds so much anticipation and anxiety, and then it kind of like lets you chill for a second, and then all of a sudden you're like, fuck.
Yeah. There's no lyrics. I think you'd have to go to their Bandcamp or something. That's the only way you're gonna get.
But yeah,
lyrics
Grief
from a band
Instilled
like
is
that.
great song name. You know.
All right, y'all. We had to switch to the handheld cam, but we are currently listening to Lebanon, Hanover.
Smegma and the Milk Boys.
Been listening to a lot of.
What is this you said?
It's Lebanon, Hanover.
Okay.
It's an artist that's been around for a minute.
Is that her?
So it's a two-person project. Definitely some weird goth like type shit. I don't know how into the goth music scene you actually are.
Mm-hmm.
But this is, if you're just looking for some like, I don't know, just some walking music or just some vibing music.
Some walking music, love it.
Well, I don't know.
Some gothin' music.
Some gothin' music. What a great example.
God, every time that happens, I feel so comfortable.
Okay, so I will say, this song, the music video, little cringy, but lyrically, I don't know. It's pretty simple, but you can really just vibe with a song like this if you just try not to think too hard. Yeah, this is definitely like...
This is uber goth.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
The music itself, not the visuals.
Yeah, the song is called Alien. Yeah, super interesting. I've just been like trying to expand my mind and see if I can get into like different genres, and this has definitely been something that I've been like going back to recently.
It reminds me of that other stuff you were listening to. What was it? The goth surfer rock.
Oh, this was that.
Oh, this is that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
So funny. Yes, I was gonna say it reminds me of that. But
Yeah, it's a great way to describe it. Goth surfer rock. It's like Scooby Doo, but if he was like just sad.
Scooby Doo if he didn't want to solve the mystery.
Yeah.
They're like, Scooby, let's go and solve the mystery, and he went, I'm not really feeling it today.
He's not really feeling it. Yeah.
And then he closes his bedroom door, lays in his bed, puts on his cassette, and he taps his little foot along.
Yeah.
While going, I miss you. I miss you. And he holds up this picture, and it's his fucking dead wife.
Yeah.
Dead wife. Scooby Doo's dead wife. Is that something you ever thought you'd think about?
Oh, sure. Why not? I don't know. Yeah, video is pretty like underproduced, but I think that's kind of the thing they have going. Like, I believe it's, I'm her name like is.
Yeah, what's that lame shit, dude? This girl's been getting shoulder checked so hard the whole video, and homie barely gets touched.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yo, shout out to her. He's getting these tiny like, don't hit me too hard. I'm like sensitive.
Don't hit me
She's getting
too
like full on
hard.
shoulder checked by people.
Yeah, I don't know.
Trooper.
I think she actually edits these videos. That's what I was trying to say real quick. I think that's why the production is like so like home movie-esque. Is like they just don't put a lot of work into them, and that's kind of their thing. I don't know. It's their aesthetic.
That's pretty goth.
I think that's pretty goth.
That's definitely pretty goth. Like, dude, fuck all that flashy shit. Like, I'm just trying to. I'm here just to tell you my vibe.
Yeah, but on the real, I can respect anyone that does the high-end production, even for shit like this. Like, I don't know, that really analog, old school, like synthy.
Where are they from? Where is this? That dude's walking.
Well, so
at her.
they have some songs that they do, I believe, in Latin. I wouldn't be surprised if they were from like the UK somewhere. Not certain, not 100% certain. Call me a poser. I'm just now kind of starting to get into like the goth genre a little more, just in general. And it's interesting, y'all. I think there's a lot you can, as an artist, really gain from hopping into these different things that you maybe before or previously wouldn't have really felt the need to dive into. Like, if I was just listening to Suicide Silences unanswered all day, every day, what would I create as an artist?
What would that do to my brain?
I mean, like, granted, yes, we love that song. Beautiful song. Great song. We love it. R.I.P. Mitch. But I think at the end of the day, if you're just listening to heavy-ass shit, you're only going to go as far as that song did.
Yeah, I mean, even Mitch said
minutes.
he didn't listen to his own genre.
Yeah.
You know, he never listened to deathcore. That was why he stood out, I think, is that he was able to write a different way, at the time at least, and it stood out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this feels like when you use your hot cash at the local pier.
Oh, yeah. This feels like old Hot Topic.
When you go to Hot Topic, and
vibes.
they have a really okay sale.
Yeah.
And then the song starts
I wonder
playing,
where
and
all
you go,
those like old coworkers are now. Like, do they own businesses or
old coworkers? What do
yeah,
you mean?
you know when you went into Hot Topic as like a
the employees,
13-year-old
you mean?
kid
Because I didn't work there.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I said that weird. I don't know. Little
You
wine
said
drunk.
coworkers. I was like, I didn't.
Little wine drunk, y'all. But you know, like, where are those people now? Because
probably at like Spencer's. Or...
all sewn up, like they
all sewn up. That's like a Slipknot song. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they don't have their fucking plugs anymore.
Yeah,
Posers.
I feel that. You were never really about this shit,
Bro.
dude.
Bro, for real, say this shit to my fucking face, homie.
That would be a great sample. Somebody about to cry. Say that shit to my fucking face.
Yeah, yeah. You know, Abby, I think we've been going for a minute. We should probably we should call it a night. Is there anything you want to say to your fans real quick?
Yeah, you know, brush your teeth. Drink less dairy. Ingest more probiotics. And subscribe to DickeyTime.
I think that's something we can all agree with. I think as Americans, we need to start understanding that you need to start paying us some more money.
Oh, say, can you see? Signing off.
Okay, yeah. Good night, y'all. We love you so much. Thank you so much for supporting us. Be sure to subscribe. You can find this podcast also on Spotify, Apple, just anywhere that podcasts exists. We're trying. Fuck.
I don't miss.